Welcome to Kansas City for a battle in the AL Central with crucial playoff implications. Salvador Perez, Bobby Witt Jr., and the Kansas City Royals play host to the Minnesota Twins, wedged squarely into a clump of teams battling for American League playoff spots. You see where they sit, 4 games back in the Central, 1 game back at the final wild card spot. They try to salvage the series finale against Bobby Witt Jr. and the Royals, with still plenty of star power here at Kauffman Stadium. Welcome to ESPN Baseball, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. What a difference a year makes for the Twins. Last year at the deadline, they famously sold 10 players in 3 days. Yohan Duran, Carlos Correa, Griffin Jax, Louis Varland, on and on. This year it's been different. Ownership and the front office said they would buy, and they did. The Twins added relievers Jeff Hoffman and A.J. Minter to the bullpen, Dean Kramer to the starting rotation as they make a push for the postseason. With that, we say hello and thanks for joining us from Kansas City. Eduardo Perez, Mike Monaco with you, and here we are. It's August 6th. The Central is crowded. The wild card picture, it's clogged up too. And despite all of that, the Twins right in the middle of the playoff picture.
Right in the middle, and it's really interesting because this is a team that has not pitched well the entire season, especially when you look at the bullpen. They addressed a lot of those issues. You look at from June 13th, where they were 8 games under, they played a lot better since. When you're playing 5 games over 500, their offense has taken off. It's a team that is patient. It's a team that wears you out. Second and third time through, they make adjustments. And when you have a young core of players that are really strong, especially on the left-hand side, it forces teams to throw strikes, and that's what they do. Long innings create chaos for the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, top 10 offense. You see they're 1 game back in the wild card picture, going up against the Royals. And look, it's been a disappointing season here in Kansas City, but a big boost this week. They got back Bobby Witt Jr. He was on the shelf for a couple of weeks, and right away he ignited this team when he returned.
He's a pretty darn good player. He really is. Bobby Witt Jr. can beat you in so many ways. He's a 5-tool player. He does it with the bat. You have to start off there. In this ballpark, a tough ballpark to hit, he goes gap to gap, and then when he gets on, he controls the offense with it. Defensively, he does it up the middle in the most premium position of them all. Bobby Witt Jr. is one of, if not the best players in the game right now.
3-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove winner, and 30 more stolen bases for him, you see, this season, and he returned this week. And Salvador Perez got honored this week for being the franchise's all-time home run king. He'll be mic'd up with us tonight. We'll go inside his mind for an at-bat here tonight against the Twins. Twins and Royals from Kansas City. First pitch on the way, and so much to unpack around the game in early August. A couple months to go in the regular season.
Kevin and Tim here in studio, and Bobby Witt Jr. already a batting champion, a 2-time Gold Glove winner, and a 2-time member of the 30-30 Club. First pitch from KC, moments away. Tigers, Mariners, both teams in the thick of things for the final wild card. Tim, what impact has Kevin McGonigal had?
He's basically been the best player on the Tigers all year. I saw him in spring training. A scout told me, I haven't seen too many guys as good as him at that age. Amazing poise for such a young guy.
Meantime, the Guardians 3 back of the White Sox to start the day. This is a 6-5 game till Francisco Lindor does that.
Right, Lindor again has had a difficult year, filled with injuries, but he's starting to swing the bat a whole lot better. It's going to be a little too late to rescue the Mets, but
Guardians now 3.5 back of the White Sox atop the Central. Look at in the hunt in the wild card. Cleveland, Baltimore, Detroit, Minnesota, Seattle, all under 2 games back.
Right. It's a very ordinary American League, but it's going to be really fun down the break because everyone's still in it.
And we'll keep you updated on everything all night. Mike?
Kevin, Tim, thank you. Yeah, we look forward to it as we welcome you back to Kansas City. The Twins have endured this year, and in particular, Royce Lewis has. Former first overall pick had a reset in AAA earlier this season. He's rolling now, and he stopped by to chat with Eduardo.
First base.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it and give me your favorite story and your experience so far at first base.
Yeah, only 30 or 40 games, but I'm enjoying it. I think my favorite part right now is talking to all the guys that get over there. But I also get really upset because I'm like, man, I see you over here too often. You got to stop getting on base. So that's my favorite part about it so far. But I think it's very hard. That's what I've learned.
What's your favorite conversation you've had with an opposing player?
Probably Mookie Betts. Talk about he should, he golfed the morning of, and he's like, I'm a little tired. And the next day he didn't golf. He went 4 for 4. So I need him to golf next time we play him.
Okay. If Salvador Perez gets to first base today, what's that conversation going to be?
Tell him congratulations. I know he's the new home run king for the Royals, which is an amazing baseball accomplishment, and it's cool to see. I'm a fan of the game, and so that was really cool.
You've gone through your ups and downs with injuries.
Yeah.
We've known that, but this year it was a little bit even more challenging. You got sent down to the minors for 16 days.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Oh, at first, of course, upsetting. Any job you work, if you get demoted, you're going to be upset with yourself. Looking forward to things to get better and get back to where you want to be. And I just made those changes and had fun with it, and did pretty well down there.
What did you learn about yourself that you didn't know?
I learned that I wanted to do it my way. I was content with how hard I worked. I think I worked, my butt off and did all the things right, and so I wasn't mad about the work, but I was mad that I didn't do it Royce's way and do it with a smile. And so I wanted to do that every day, and I've been doing that since.
Man, how can you not love that from Royce Lewis? In the 5 spot for the Twins, you said it, it's been a very good offense for Minnesota. 10th in baseball in runs per game, but trying to pick it up here tonight as we visited with Derek Shelton.
And you see a lot of L's there, and they're not for losses, they're for left-handed bats. And those left-handed bats, combined with 3 switch hitters in the lineup, have created a lot of damage and power. And that's one thing that Derek Shelton has loved about his offense.
They face Michael Wacha, an all-star this season for the 2nd time in his career at age 35. 14-year veteran, a 3.51 ERA in year 3 with the Royals.
Now, Michael Wacha, he knows how to pitch. This guy pitches to contact. He's got a really good changeup. He uses it. You'll see the off-speed pitch as well, but he has to live on location. Down and away to the left-handed hitters is going to be his key of success tonight.
You see where he ranks in Royals history in terms of ERA. Matt Quatrero said to his pregame, he thinks of the word rock when it comes to Michael Wacha and how reliable he's been. So here we go from Kauffman Stadium. Big game for the Twins in the playoff picture. They've lost 4 in a row. They face Michael Wacha, and first pitch swinging fouled away by Trevor Larnach, and we're off and running.
Yeah, fastball right down the middle for Michael. He's going to go after you first time around. He's learned how to continue to pitch and be successful here. And he wants to go not twice around the order, but 3 times.
He's done that exceptionally well this season. Nothing in 2 as he powers ahead on Larnach with an 820 OPS, 10 home runs for Larnach, 6th-year veteran. It's been the best season of his career when you look at those numbers. And no, didn't get traded over the winter, didn't get traded at the deadline in the end. Nasty from Michael Wacha as he goes to his patented changeup, and a strikeout to start of Larnach.
It's all about the arm speed, the deception. Not only does the changeup appear to be a strike, and you see that just dive down and away against the left-handers. Turns it nicely. Larnach does not pick it up.
That's the pitch that has generated the most strikeouts for Michael Wacha this season. Now Luke Keyshaw, the center fielder, with Byron Buxton hurt, unfortunately, for the Twins. 23-year-old former 2nd-round pick out of Arizona State.
Patient hitter at the plate. Doesn't chase a lot out of the zone.
Ball.
Again, the Twins have shuffled a lot of things over the course of this season. Keyshaw embodies that in some ways, filling in center, like we said, after Byron Buxton last Tuesday re-aggravated that hip injury, left the game against the Royals in Minneapolis, and then the next day landed on the injured list with a hip impingement. that had bothered him a few times this year. Full count.
One of the things that Keishel does do is make pitchers work long at bat. Here gets the 3-2.
3-2.
He hears that a lot from the umpires.
Charlie Ramos behind the plate. Walker's 3-2. Hit in the air, center field, well struck. Isbell goes back onto the track with room for out number 2.
Yeah, this ballpark has always been known as a pitcher's ballpark. They did bring the fences in gap to gap, but they did not in center field. It continues to be 410 straightaway center. If you're going to hit it that way, you better get all of it. Challenge him with the fastball. Isbell, no problems in center field with that one. Plenty of room.
Yeah, brought in the corners, the power alleys a little bit, and then lowered the walls too. So 2 outs, base is empty for Cody Clemens, enjoying the best season of his career. Clemens out ahead of that. 19 home runs, 53 RBIs, and a career high in OPS for the now 30-year-old son of Roger Clemens.
Tell you what, there's so much confidence in Cody. It was before just trying to survive at the big league level. Coming in from the University of Texas, really good at bats in Philadelphia, and then he finds a home here.
Pops that foul, and he authored a huge moment last Thursday, a walk-off grand slam, 2 outs in the 9th inning in Minneapolis, down 3-0, down to the last strike for a Twins team that had been no hit by Noah Cameron until the 7th.
You think he realized that he skipped all the way to first base? That was awesome.
Levitated. 2-2. Hit well, center field, and room for Kyle Isbell. 1-2-3 out of the gates for Michael Wacha. Bobby Witt Jr. due up in the bottom of the 1st. Bobby Witt Jr. returned earlier this week from back issue. He went to work right away. 3 hits, drove in 2 in the opener of this series for an offense that looks like this for Matt Quatrero. 25th in baseball in terms of runs per game. It's Jensen, Witt, Caglione, and Salvi at the top.
Yeah, and the damage has been done by Witt and Caglione. Those are the 2 guys consistently this year. Michael Massey, do not sleep on him. A real excellent hitter. Middle, and he can pick it up in a heartbeat. The bottom of the order has to turn it over to Carter Jensen.
They face Bailey Ober. Look at the home road splits for the 6'9", 260-pound right-hander, 6th-year veteran.
A lot of extension. He's tall, gets it out there around 7 to 7.1 feet.
Starts out with strike 1 to Carter Jensen.
And believe it or not, he might be this tall, but the velocity is not elite. It's 88.3 miles per hour off his arm. But because of the extension, it plays differently. Plays around 2 to 3 miles per hour more. That's called the perceived velocity.
Yeah, that velo has been a talking point, of course, around him all season. As Jensen hits one off the end of the bat to right at Alan Roden. And one away quickly to start for Bailey Ober.
You're going to say that a lot. Hits it off the end of the bat. That's what he wants. That's the illusion that 88-mile-per-hour fastball gives you, especially when you combine it with the changeup and the sweeper.
Now he faces Bobby Witt Jr., 26-year-old star in his 3rd game back off the injured list from back tightness. First time in Witt's 5-year major league career that he was on the injured list at any point.
Had back issues last year as well, but they didn't have to put him on the IL.
Bobby said at the time this go around, it was one of those things where the way he plays, he felt like he couldn't be himself. Said he couldn't even be 50% of himself. Kept him out for couple of weeks, like we said, and then in his return on Tuesday, 3 for 5, 2-run double, scored a couple runs in an 8-2 win, including on a little infield chopper with the infield in. Just vintage Bobby Witt Jr. 2-1 from Ober. Hit on the ground, left side, base hit again. Bobby Witt Jr. A 1-out single here in the bottom of the first.
And this is the chaos that we were talking about before the game. If he gets on, the game changes. The pressure is now on the person on the bump. In this case, it's Bailey Ober, who now has to deal with elite speed at first base, and at the same time be able to throw effective pitches to Jack Caglione.
And you always got to watch the first pitch when Jack Caglione's in the box. He has 7 first pitch home runs this season. Former 6th overall pick a couple years ago out of Florida. Last year debuted in June, struggled with the bat last season. This year has swung it a lot better. 18 home runs in total.
And one of those home runs was actually last week against Bailey Ober, and it was on a slider first pitch that just stayed up right down the middle. And the thing with Jack is sometimes he gets overexcited, gets that pitch. He's not going to miss the breaking ball. He's elite when it comes to that.
One. Caglione hits it well into right field, and this will hang up for Roden. 2 down.
Hey, how you doing, Sally? You too, Papa.
103.7 miles. It looked like 103.7 miles up too. That's how high that ball was hit.
A little skyscraper from Jack Caglione. And now 2 down for Salvador Perez. Boy, he had such a neat moment earlier this week after he became the Royals' all-time home run king when they were on the road. 319 home runs for Salvi. So he broke the record in Detroit, got serenaded here back home in Kansas City. Roll over at short, and Tristan Gray ends the inning. So a 0 posted by Bailey Ober, and we are scoreless after 1 in KC.
Look, if you
Top 2 in Kansas City. American League Central battle, crucial game for this Twins club, right in the thick of the playoff hunt. Eduardo Perez, Mike Monaco, our entire crew with you from the Big K. Michael Wacha to Josh Bell. And Wacha is flooding the zone to start.
He is getting ahead, and that works in his favor, especially a team that is so patient like the Minnesota Twins.
I mean, you locate the fastball and then you drop in that changeup whenever you want. That's long been a good recipe for Michael Wacha.
It really is. 16 pitches so far, 11 strikes for him.
ball in. 1-2.
Been such a rock, like we said.
That's a great pitch. Shows a little bit off the plate inside, and now he has it all set up for the changeup if he wants it down and away to try to induce a chase.
2-2.
Went with the curveball.
What does it set up off of that? If you're going curveball in that spot, 1-2.
Now you can elevate the fastball. It's a pitch that's worked well for him, or you can go back down and away like that with the changeup.
3-2.
But another full count for the Minnesota Twins. This is what they do really well. They've averaged 18 to 20 pitches per inning to opposing pitcher.
From 0-2 to leadoff walk for Josh Bell, right on cue.
That's one of the things that Derek Shelton has loved about Bell, being able to be patient at the plate, not only from the left side but also from the right.
So he's on for your pregame guest, Royce Lewis, riding a career-long 10-game hitting streak. And boy, so neat to hear his perspective on this season and a new position.
Really is. He's a breath of fresh air. Has always been upbeat. And it's been tough for him with all the injuries to be able to try to stay effective when healthy. But that bat plays, man.
How about what he was saying about Mookie Betts? That Mookie had a pre-game round of golf.
I don't think Mookie liked that one.
No.
But if there is a person that is built to be a first baseman later on just because of his personality and engaging, it's this guy right here.
He already knew exactly what he would or maybe will say to Salvador Perez should Salvi get on at some point here tonight.
Seems like the transition from third base to first base, we saw Vladimir Guerrero Jr. do it as well. Was reluctant at first until you realize, you know what? This is fun over here. I get people that visit me. I can talk to people.
Royce got a crash course too at one point from Justin Morneau. Popped up foul behind the plate.
He had a lot of loud outs in his career.
Thanks, bro. Let's do 4.
So next time we see Salvador Perez, we'll have a earpiece in and a microphone on to talk through his next at bat. 1-2 again. Climbs high, 2-2 on Royce Lewis.
I don't know about you, but what I'm hoping for is that Bobby Witt Jr. has like a 10 to 12 pitch at bat, so we can have a nice conversation with Salvi, and then we can get the same from Jack Caglione.
Fouled back on a changeup up top.
You got away with that one. Stayed up in the zone. That was not designed for that.
Waka's been really good in 3 starts since the All-Star break. It's 4 earned in 19 innings, only 4 walks in those starts since the break. 2-2 again. Leaks inside.
Cal Ismael in center field. Isbell in center field is basically on his own. The corners are a little bit down the line. A lot of room in the gap, especially in left center field.
8th pitch on the way, and it's fouled back by Lewis. Going great during this stretch. 14 for his last 37. Half dozen extra base hits in there, including a couple home runs. 9th pitch. Lewis on a line center field. Isbell bolts back and runs it down for the first out.
And 3rd consecutive out made to the center fielder, and Michael Waka loves this ballpark. Hoffman Stadium again, playing big to center field, the only spot that they did not make adjustments to. Running it down easily.
And another ball hit pretty well. That was 106 you saw off the bat of Royce Lewis. So now the switch hitting third baseman Brooks Lee. Former top 10 pick, his 2nd full year in the big leagues. This is the best he's swung it in his career. 16 home runs, 58 driven in. He's moved over from short to third.
Ball.
2-0 to start from Waka. Mentioned the recent starts from Waka. That includes 6 innings, 1 run here against the Giants. 7 innings, 2 runs in Detroit. And then most recently over the weekend on Friday in Colorado. 6 innings, 3 runs, but only 1 of them earned. Roped, caught it first. Caglione, a double play, and the inning's over.
That's the way to get a double play. Unassisted. Line drive, 103.3 miles per hour to Jack Caglione. Always was able to play the position. Fills in for Pags. They come up to hit.
Said if you're gonna play.
Back in Kansas City, Matt Quatrero kind enough to join us Matt, when you think of Michael Wacha, what comes to mind and how reliable he's been for you?
Well, it makes me smile. I mean, he's been 3 years now here, the consummate pro, consummate teammate, competes, prepares better than anybody. Everything we stand for. He's selfless. He's a great teammate, but more than anything, he's a really, really good pitcher that continues to get better.
Third game back tonight for Bobby Witt. What have you seen him igniting this team immediately when returning?
Well, just the energy that, knowing that he's going to be in there. The other guys knew he was coming back. We were hopeful it was going to be short, and it was. So everybody thrives to have Bobby around. That gets everybody, jazzed up a little bit. In the first game back, he has 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Gets the crowd going with a double, scores on a contact play. We've seen him make diving plays already. He can just do it all.
Matt, thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
And Bobby Witt has the only hit in this game so far, too. Michael Massey just flew out to right off Bailey Ober in the bottom of the second as Isaac Collins stands in.
And we're going to see a lot of fly balls today, right? We've already seen 3 from each side, 3 to center, 3 to right. And it's because of the velocity, both, especially with Ober. Fly ball type pitcher with the extension. Guys are going to get under it. You're going to see a lot of bad launch angle numbers.
Yeah, Bailey Ober is a marvel. It's a 4.45 ERA in 16 starts this year. Went on a good run. We'll get a challenge here. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Victor Caratini with a good challenge. It's a strike, to Collins.
Minnesota has 2 challenges remaining.
Poked foul. But was saying that Ober went on a great run. He punched out 10 against the Reds at home. And then his most notable moment of the season was the Maddox that he threw. And look, it's velo at 88. He threw an 89 pitch Maddox, 2-hit shutout against the Marlins with that velo.
It's impressive, and you see a lot of these foul balls against him, and you go back into the dugout and you're like, wait a second, he's throwing 88.3 miles per hour and I can't barrel him up. He just keeps you off balance, and he's one of those guys that might be throwing one of the slowest fastballs, but his hitters have yet to figure him out. Can't solve the deception.
I mean, Derek Shelton said to us, he threw a Maddox throwing 85, 86.
You know what? So did Maddox, though.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's the pitchability.
Here's Ober's 2-2. Collins takes just off the edge.
How about right there not asking to see if that was a strike or not by Caratini? He knew it was just an inch away. Tried to stick the landing, didn't get it.
Yeah, it was a good no challenge by him. 3-2. Foul back again.
Yeah.
Isaac Collins has swung it well this year. Of course, came over this year from the Brewers in the offseason trade for Angel Zerpa. Last year, Collins 4th in National League Rookie of the Year voting. 9th pitch, popped up. Left side of the diamond. And Brooks Lee, 2 down.
Yeah, this is a lot of frustration goes into the hitters saying, how did I just miss this? And you end up popping it up. Another out in the air. Fastball right down the middle. I mean, you call yourself every kind of name as you're running to first base.
And if I know you, Eddie,
I do it in Spanish.
Yes. Exactly. John Rave now. Second-year player, 28 years old. Very small sample size, but you see the numbers. He has swung it well. Switched this year from a leg kick to a toe tap. And that is foul down the line.
It's not easy to do. And going from the leg kick to a toe tap, I remember when Shohei Ohtani got to the big leagues, he had that leg kick, and he's like, wait a second, this isn't going to work, especially with the velo that you see. Here it's now just the toe tap. Put it up, balance yourself, and then fire on the inside part of the back leg to get it through.
Pulled to right. Roden retreats toward the track and runs it down. And the inning's over. 1-2-3 for Bailey Ober. No score through an inning and a half at Kansas City. ESPN Baseball is presented by Liberty Mutual. Bundle and save on your car and home insurance. Kansas City, the home of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, which opened up in 1991. Great leadership from Buck O'Neill and Bob Kendrick, and a site you should absolutely check out when you come through Kansas City. Third inning, Alan Roden tried a shift beating bunt against Michael Wacha.
I like the idea. Leading off the inning. Why not? They're giving it to you. 0-0. Wouldn't do it with one strike, but try to get on base, especially with all the action that he's had in the outfield already. 4 flyouts his way.
Yeah, 2 in the first inning. Got another one from Royce Lewis. It was well struck in the second, and then that double play on a hot shot from Brooks Lee in the last inning. Roden came up right before the All-Star break for the Twins. Hits this hard into right field, and that'll get to the corner. Alan Roden's got a leadoff double to begin the third. Let's check in with Kevin in the studio.
Mike, the Red Sox have won 30 of 35, but they fell behind early thanks to Chase Mydroth.
How about the power the White Sox have shown this year? They were 22nd in homers last year. They're near the top of the major leagues in homers this year. And how about the Red Sox? They got 4 homers from their catchers this year. Connor Wong hits one deep here, knowing Adley Rutschman is on the way.
In Luis Castillo's White Sox debut, it's 4-2. Mike?
All right, guys. Chase Mydroth, the former Red Sox farmhand. 0-1 on Victor Caratini. Eddie, that's a White Sox team, 59 and 54. 3.5 up on the Guardians in the Central, 4 up on the Twins and the Tigers.
Did not have that in my bingo card coming out of spring training.
Come up!
What a job Will Venable and his staff have done. What a job the front office has done as well to be able to acquire players at the trade deadline and understand who those guys are in that clubhouse.
And they went out and they got Luis Castillo, as Kevin told you. That's bounced in, and good job by Carter Jensen to block that.
That's what you would call a non-competitive pitch right there. Changeup to spiked it. Michael Wacha has had a really good effective fastball up, and it makes that changeup work even more. Really effective. The numbers have indicated that throughout the entire season. He's got a lot of confidence elevating it.
Grabs the bottom of the zone with that changeup. You saw Caratini ready to trigger. It's a day off for Ryan Jeffers in the Twins lineup. They're ready to see a couple lefties when they go to Milwaukee. Bounced in and blocked again by Jensen.
He can go back to it, or he can go right back to the 4-seam fastball in the top part of the zone. Does not want to throw the 4-seamer down in the zone. It's already lowered the eyesight of Caratini. It's hard for the hitter to adjust up now.
Ball in.
Inside with that sinker, tried to front hip him.
Another 3-2 count for the Minnesota Twins.
4th one already for them against Michael Wacha. 3-2. Caratini chops one at Bobby Witt. The only play is first, and there's one away with Roden to third.
The little things of the games, and you wonder, okay, the Minnesota Twins, why are they in this Their pitching has not been spectacular with bullpen, but the base running has. And watch Roden right here. He takes a secondary lead and immediately hustles. He understands the ball's behind him. The little things work. Now that forces the infield to play in with Tristan Gray coming up the plate. Beautiful base running, the little things that do not go unnoticed with Derek Shelton and his staff.
And a chance to capitalize early. Infield in for Kansas City. Tristan Gray takes ball 1. First-year twin who got called back up from AAA St. Paul last week when Byron Buxton went on the injured list with that hip impingement.
Ball.
To count, you have to look for one pitch in your spot. Do not chase out of it.
2-0. That's inside with a changeup. 3-0.
Smart pitch. He was thinking, he was looking for one for the number 1. Unfortunately for Waka, did not land in the zone.
With Roden at third. Peter for a strike with Gray taking. The Twins trying to strike first here in Kansas City. 3-1. And Gray pops this one up. Shallow left. And Bobby Witt takes charge for out number 2.
Oh, that's huge.
You want one, Mike?
You have him in a spot where you're thinking 3-0. Michael Waka makes the pitch 3-0. Gray does not swing at it and then goes after this high elevated fastball in the zone. And that's what's been the bread and butter for Michael Waka. It's been effective all season long.
Well, here comes Trevor Larnach, and this was the sequencing in their first at bat to start the game.
And the hitter remembers. Now it's time for Waka to adjust.
So he starts soft, second time through against Larnach, the leadoff man who you saw eventually punched out on a changeup.
And then he starts him off with a breaking pitch. So he's shown him all his 4 pitches, and Larnach has seen it out of his hand. Now it's Waka's turn to execute one of those 4 pitches. Has to be able to locate. It's not about velocity, it's about location now.
0-1. Hugs in too tight. I told you how well Larnach has swung it this year. Derek Shelton has said this guy can hit. It's really professional at bats. Larnach controls ABs. 1-1. Ball fades away.
2-1.
Larnach is a high ball hitter. High ball fastball hitter. Waka has been effective when not throwing the changeup with the high fastball. Something has to give if he decides to go with the number 1.
2-1. Beaten into the ground and Michael Massey. And Michael Waka works around the leadoff double from Alan Roden. Strands a man, posts another 0. We stay scoreless. Our next MLB on ESPN doubleheader Wednesday night next week starting at 7 Eastern. Mariners Yankees in the Bronx. Then at 10 the Rangers and the Angels. You can watch both games live right here on ESPN and stream MLB on the ESPN app.
You know what I can't wait for?
A lot of things, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Bobby Witt Jr. coming up to the plate. You know why? I get excited when I watch Bobby Witt Jr., but that guy that we have on screen right now, the Capitan, he's listening to us right now. The microphone's off. Oh, yeah, we're going to have him on, too.
We just tested it between innings. We know we're wired. And so, yeah, when Salvi is in the hole, so when Bobby Witt Jr.'s up, we'll start talking with Salvi and just go inside his mind as he's thinking through facing Bailey Ober.
That could be dangerous. We don't know what's inside that mind right now.
You try to hide a smile. Josh Rojas pulls one down the line. Foul. 2-2. It's 8-9-1 for the Royals here in the last of the third against Bailey Ober.
Yeah, and Bailey Ober, again, we talk about the deception. It's 88.3 miles per hour, what he averages, and hitters come back baffled, knowing that they can't get beat by it, but the extension appears to be a little bit quicker, and he induces a lot of fly balls.
He's such an important piece for Minnesota at all times, but especially right now with the news this week about their all-star starter Joe Ryan, who started here on Tuesday. He went back early to Minnesota to get checked out, and it's a glute issue. This has popped up. Center of the diamond. Cody Clemens. Rojas retired, one away.
Now think about this. You got 4 flyouts to right field. You have 2 infield flyouts already that Bailey Ober has induced, and he pitched last week against Kansas City. Through 6 innings, allowed 4 hits. Feeling really confident. He's making every pitch with conviction.
There was 3 runs, 2 of them earned in that one on Friday for Derek Shelton's team. Kyle Isbell, a chopper, and a nice backhand pick by first baseman Royce Lewis. 2 down.
He showed his hands and skills on that one, and he read it. And the first thing you say when you're an infielder and you see ball hits dirt is don't panic, right? You're supposed to charge. He knows this. Coming up as a shortstop, then moving over to third base and now first base. The one thing Royce Lewis has always had is really nice hands.
Flash that big smile after making the play. So 2 more quick outs on 7 pitches. And now Carter Jensen, who flew to right field his first time.
Let's say it again. Carter gets on.
The field is a ball. The catcher is challenging.
Victor Caratini with a second Twins challenge, and it's a strike, so he's 2 for 2.
0-1. Minnesota has 2 challenges remaining.
Carter Jensen gets on. I want that audio on Salvi. We need to get him in here.
We'll fire it up. I know you've been thinking about your questions all day. You had an interview before the interview. In the business, we call that a pre-interview.
Oh, I got my first one lined up already.
Pulled into right field, and you get your wish. Carter Jensen singles. Bobby Witt Jr. coming up means Salvador Perez is in the hole, and Eduardo, the floor is yours.
Absolutely, Salvi, you got a great player up at the plate, but I have to ask you first and foremost, how does it feel to have 318 right behind home plate? How cool is that?
2 days ago, when I got here to the ballpark, hitting BP and saw the sign behind the home plate was amazing. That was awesome. That meant a lot to me.
Felicidades. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So here's Bobby Witt. Salvi, where's your mind right now? Like you're 2 batters away, second time through the order. What are you thinking right now?
I think Junior's gonna have double right here. Jack is gonna have a double, and we're gonna have a homer.
Oh, we're calling it.
Hey, Papi, we have to be positive. You know that. Tocayo know that.
Okay, that sound right there, that ooh, we've heard it a lot because you guys are, you know, we say in bad English or perfect Spanish, pelándola, just pele.
Yeah, just pele. I like that. Oh, yes, when we miss that. Maybe that father was kind of in the middle. As a hitter, we know that we have good pitch to hit.
Come up.
Come on, Junior.
Line into left center field by Bobby Witt Jr.
Okay.
Close enough, Salvi. It's a single, and they're at the corners.
He can make it to second base. He's fast. He's the fastest guy in the game.
Speaking of fast, now at the plate, we have Strong.
Ooh, baby.
Tell us what you've seen from Jack Caglione.
For me, he's the strongest young guy I ever met in my life. It's unbelievable, Tocayo. You know, lefting the other day, he was 600 pounds squatting. He's only 23 years old. I'm like, Jack, come on, man. That was awesome.
Salvi, what are you squatting?
475. The most was like 525. Maybe 10 years ago.
I squat 250. That's what I weigh.
I squat the bar.
Okay, Salvi, Jack, you have to be ready because he lost the swing at the first pitch.
Yeah.
What's your thought at the plate?
Yeah, he's super aggressive. I think, Authorized, he's a smart pitcher, so he's gonna try maybe throw something close, but not for strike. I hope Jack doesn't swing right now and get something in the middle. He's aggressive.
We said it earlier, he's got 7 first pitch home runs this year. He flew out to right his first time against Ober.
Okay, let's get one today, right now. Let's get A. Let's get A now. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack.
This is a thing. You got elite speed at first base also with Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah. Anything in the guy, he's gonna score.
Another long hold from Bailey Ober, and at long last, the first pitch cut on and missed, and Bobby Witt takes second.
And it was a changeup.
Hey, get to the box late.
Hey, explain that logic, Salvi, what you just told Jack.
You know the way he called timeout, he like to get ready early. So when pitcher like him, super smart guy, veteran guy, and he's gonna do hold like that, which we get in the box by 9 seconds, So you're not gonna wait that long. Ay, chupi chupi.
Down the
chupi,
line
chupi.
and left.
Wait. Chupi,
Chupi, chupi. Hey, Tocayo can explain that. I don't know how to say that in English.
Translate,
chupi,
boys.
chupi. Come on,
Put
Tocayo.
me on the spot. Don't put me on the spot.
Chupi, chupi. Hey, how do we can say that?
That's lost in translation right there.
Hey, guys, chupi chupi like a blooper, like a little blooper.
Just a little blooper,
Yes.
little bleeder.
I love yes. Come on, Jack. Hit it to me, baby.
0-2.
Vámonos!
Roped in right by Caglione.
Come on!
Shoots it and Witt score. Caglione comes through, and the Royals take the lead.
That's a really nice piece of hitting by Jack Caglione. By the way, Salvador Perez has taken the earpiece out. He doesn't have it on, but what a changeup to stays just up, and he goes down and gets it. Reaches out, stays with it. You would think maybe he would try to elevate a fastball to try to elevate the eyesight. Does not. And Jack brings in 2.
Well, Salvi said double home run when he was trying to go deep and live up to his end of the prognostication.
Come up.
So earpiece out, microphone still in.
Microphone still in.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a listen.
Salvi bounced to short his first time.
He went with 4-seamer in, and it looked like Salvi was diving out over the plate. Now, last week he was able to get Salvi on a pitch, slider, sweeper away. Let's see if he goes back to that, or does he go back to the fastball in?
Yeah, he tried to spin one to him. You were talking about that with Salvi before the game.
I was, and just seeing what his thought process was and how a veteran hitter makes an adjustment after having seen the same pitcher the week before.
Two-out activity for the Royals, and a 1-2. Good pitch.
How about that? And the kryptonite so far for Salvi this year has been the breaking pitch. And it's not the breaking pitch in the zone, it's the amount of chase that he's had off the breaking pitch. 2-2 count.
He's already seen 2 breaking balls in this AB. Ober's 2-2. Another one spun to him and a full count. So you're talking about that's been a factor for Perez this year, and he's resisted.
He's resisted, but right now, most likely his train of thought is fastball because it's 3-2. But the breaking ball, most likely, it's what's coming here.
From 0-2 to 3-2. Payoff pitch. In the air to right. Translate for us, please. No.
I'll say this right now. You look at the at-bat of Jack Caglione. First pitch, changeup, swings through it, 80 miles per hour. This time, just a little bit more over the plate, 81. And he's able to drive in not one, but two, and it gives the Royals a 2-0 lead.
For a limited time.
Fourth inning on the way in Kansas City. Twins manager Derek Shelton, nice enough to join us now. Derek, what have you guys seen so far from Michael Wacha? You guys have worked some counts. What have you seen from your at-bats?
Yeah, we've worked some counts, and we've hit some balls hard. I mean, Brooksy hit the ball down the line hard. You know, Keishel hit the ball hard. Cody hit the ball hard. Right now, we're just not getting much to show for it.
Yeah, a lot of loud outs early on in this game for you guys, and it's been a common recurring theme the last few games for you guys.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, situation whereas everything we've hit has been right at somebody. You know, when you're going through a time like this, it seems like that's the stretch. I mean, Bobby makes the play last night on the ball that Victor hits, that if he doesn't, it turns into a double play, but it's 3 runs. It seems like everything we're hitting right now, they're either catching or it's right at somebody.
Bailey Ober got off to a great start here, Derek, so far in this one. Before that 2-out activity, what do you appreciate most about watching him work out there?
Just the ability to execute pitches. I mean, you know, you guys have the monitor. The ball that Bobby hit was probably 2 or 3 balls above the zone, and the ball that Jack hit looked like it was going to bounce. He has the ability to execute pitches right now.
This one popped up by Keishel into short right. Massey ranges out for the first out.
And you're pitching. The front office went out and they went and got some help. How pumped up is it for the team, yourself, for everyone, at least emotionally and psychologically, to be able to have that?
Yeah, well, I think psychologically, when you add to a group, you know, it gives you a lift. We added some people to our bullpen. We added, you know, Dean Kramer, who threw last night and did a nice job for us. Anytime I think you add to your club at the trade deadline, it really gives you a boost within your clubhouse.
Derek, thanks very much for doing this. We appreciate it.
No, it's good.
Hey, by the way,
yeah,
what you're doing is a lot harder than radio. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, but I got a face for radio, so that makes it a little bit easier there.
Cody Clemens flies out. Derek, when you were a hitting coach of Eduardo Perez, what was Eddie like?
He was easy. I mean, Eddie's easy because by that time I think he was like 45 years old, and you know, it took about 4 or 5 flips a day. But honestly, I mean, and I've said this publicly and privately to Eddie. I mean, he helped me so much. He was a veteran player. I was a young hitting coach that didn't play in the big leagues. He just helped me in terms of the way you go about it, the way you communicate with the players, how you game plan. You know, it was extremely thoughtful, and I am very fortunate that I was able to spend time with Eddie just because of the way he set up hitters, our pitchers, the way he handled his at-bats. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
Man, I'll pay you later.
Cody Clemens flew to left. This is Josh Bell, who walked his first time against Michael Wacha.
What's it been like? And now you know, your second time around as manager, you managed Pittsburgh Pirates, a young team. That you grab a hold of this team, and this team has actually exceeded a lot of expectations as far as the experts.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, I think that's why we play the games, and I've just been proud of the way our group has handled it. I've been proud of the culture that we've been able to create in our clubhouse, and I think that's really important. You know, you look when you add to whether it's your group or your staff. We added, you know, Grady Sizemore and LaTroy Hawkins, our coaching staff. We had Taylor Rogers. We added Josh Bell, who's hitting right now. When you add veteran guys, it helps out a lot when you're building culture.
Derek, thanks so much for this. We appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, guys.
I'll send you the Venmo.
10 pitch, 1-2-3 inning for Michael Wacha in the 4th.
Hydro tonight.
And Tim, Cubs down 2-0 to Toronto today, down to their final strike down. Alex Bregman delivers.
He got off to such a slow start, but he's really starting to swing the bat now, and they need that veteran presence down the stretch. And then what happens here, Kevin?
Pete Crow Armstrong steals third. Throwing error allows him to score. They're calling him MVP in Chicago. Mike.
Kevin, Tim, thank you. Yeah, the Cubs are coming as Michael Massey flies out to begin the bottom of the fourth of Bailey Ober. And everyone trying to keep pace with the Brewers, who have the best record in baseball.
And they don't do it just with the home run, which is really interesting. They're actually coming into this week, they were last in home runs, but they do it with pitching, they do it with defense, base running, and most importantly, timely hitting.
That's where Isaac Collins came from. He popped out to third his first time on 9 pitches against Bailey Ober back in the second. 50 pitches for Ober, and he gets a roller at first at Royce Lewis. And this is quintessential Bailey Ober.
Hosting friends for the next game? Just tell Siri, add hot dogs to my grocery list.
I mean, just efficient. It's quick outs. This is the good stuff from Bailey Ober. John Rave, the batter, up and away.
This is what beachfront property looks like. It's location, location, location. And that's the one thing that Bailey Ober does really well. Understands what he has to do with every pitch. That corner, we've seen the same thing from Michael Wacha. It's not overpowering. We're not looking today at 97, 98 miles per hour.
Come up.
There's pitchability in both ends.
Bailey said after that Maddox against the Marlins, he said it's the lost art of pitching. Says it's a style that's worked for so many years, and he's been good. Here recently, mentioned the one his last time out Friday against the Royals. Only damage tonight, that 2-out activity last inning. 3-1. (3-1) to John Rave. Popped up. Another fly ball out for Bailey Ober. This one at Trevor Larnach, and it's an 8-pitch. 1-2-3, bottom of the fourth.
The night started cloudy. The clouds got away from the pop-ups.
Royce Lewis coming up to start the fifth inning against Michael Wacha. They squared off in the second, and it was a 9-pitch battle.
Yeah, it started off with a cutter. After that, he went slider, slider, and then 2 fastballs to follow up 4-seamers before he went changeup, then came in with a sinker, and then the cutter to get him out.
And now starts out here with a curveball to begin after Lewis hit it well. 106 off his bat. He flew out the center.
Second time around, the one pitch that he had not seen, the curveball, throws it over.
Right back to it. Get a challenge here.
Feel this ball, the catcher is challenging.
Carter Jensen wondering if it clipped the top of the zone. I don't think so.
Me neither. I don't think this one was close either.
Call is confirmed. The count's 2-0. Kansas City has 1 challenge remaining.
So down to 1 for Matt Quatrero's team.
See if he goes to the cutter right here. This is a pitch he went 3-2 last time. Now he's 2-0 off Lewis.
Hammered to left by Royce Lewis. Goodbye. Absolutely launched by Lewis, who is scalding. And the Twins are on the board.
How about Royce Lewis? As soon as he hit it, he knew it. 421 feet. All I want to know is if it went over the fence, and boy, did it. The sound off the bat says it all.
Even said my bad for where the bat ended up. He is cooking. Extends the career-long hitting streak to now 11 games.
Yeah, it's the elite bat speed that you get from Royce Lewis, and when healthy, this is what Royce Lewis can do, and the Minnesota Twin fans know all about it. Takes that step back. We've seen so many major leaguers do it this year from the right side. We saw Mike Trout do it, especially when he got hot in a stretch at Yankee Stadium. And Royce Lewis being himself is what he told me before the game. If I'm going to fail, I'm going to do it my way.
So he homers. Brooks Lee had that fly out to left, and now Alan Rodin. I think it's so interesting. That is the mechanism he put in place when he went down to AAA for those 13 games.
And he's doing it his own way. And the one thing that he always does is, and the scouting report says it, he destroys mistakes on the inside part of the plate. And that sinker stayed right in his wheelhouse.
To cut the deficit in half. Hold foul. What does it do when you have this? Like, does it makes you more athletic in the box?
Well, what it does now, it puts all the stress. Look on the left side. There's no load to it back. Now he takes a step back, and all that weight is on the inside part of the back leg, and he can explode through the zone. And it gives him that rhythm. Watch that right leg, how it takes a step back. He does it early enough. It's all about timing. If you don't play every day, you don't do that.
Popped up, and Carter Jensen runs it down. 2 gone. Royce Lewis going good. Tuesday here, he went 4 for 4. Yesterday he had a very nice bunt single. Today he goes 421.
And one of his big game plans, you know, we had this conversation. He's like, look, I have to force Michael up in the zone. He worked the count to a 2-0. And then after that, he had to stay patient, which he did, and not chase out of the zone.
Ball down.
Then you get your pitch.
Victor Caratini now. He ran it full his first time before he grounded out to short. Ball and a strike on Caratini. Third longest home run that Royce Lewis has hit this season. Walker's 1-1.
Ball. 2-1.
Pitch count up and over 70 now for Michael Wacha.
Ball.
That misses 3-1. Derek Shelton was talking about working counts, that he felt like they had hard contact but nothing to show for it. And now they get a 5-pitch walk from Caratini and a 2-out base runner.
All right, old school scouts, they didn't have exit velocity. What they had is a fine ear, and they could detect talent with the ear. I want you guys to listen to Royce Lewis's home run. That's a sweet sound to any scout that is out there. It's called the Scout Sonar.
That's good. I mean, that thing was crushed.
It was crushed, but there's a story behind it, right? Because how he sets up Wacha, how he doesn't chase. This is what the Minnesota Twins dream of with Lewis. They just have to keep him healthy.
1-1 on Tristan Gray in the 9th spot, and popped short his first time. Again, these games so pivotal for the Twins, riding a 4-game losing streak. They've dropped the first 2 in this series, 8-2 on Tuesday, 2-1 yesterday, because Noah Cameron was fabulous for Kansas City. 8 innings of 1-run ball. He fanned 9. 2-1.
2-1.
And yet it's a Royals team that has had Minnesota's number. Royals have won 8 out of the 12 meetings this year.
Ball in.
3-1 as the Twins bottom of the order stays patient. Seventh 3-ball count that they have worked into tonight. Call the strike. Full count.
Oh, he's not going to challenge either.
3-2.
Would have won it convincingly.
That's what happens when you don't know. You don't have a lot of standing in that lineup, and you're like, I better not.
20th pitch of the inning. Popped up foul by Gray.
Said it earlier, the Minnesota Twins, this is the grinding of at-bats, the long innings. 18 to 20 pitches per inning is what they average, and already in this game 3 of the 5 innings have gotten to that mark.
Try to get into Kansas City's bullpen, which has really struggled this year. 3-2 on the ground, foul.
You know what else they're doing?
What's that?
They're crushing the budget right now when it comes to baseballs. That's a 10th plate appearance of 5+ pitches. Minnesota Twin hitters have been able to accomplish tonight.
It was really from the get-go. Luke Keyshaw ran a full in the first. Bell and Lewis both did it to begin the second. And now Tristan Gray will see an 8th pitch of the plate appearance. And he works a walk. So the 8 and 9 hitters for the Twins get aboard here in this 5th inning, and it flips back to the top. 3rd time through for Trevor Larnach. Brian Sweeney visits. Hey, go all in on game nights with MLB Plus. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week. Plus live radio broadcasts of every game, game day 3D, big inning, and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today.
What I love, Sarah Lang's all over it again.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was 2-0. She puts it out there. I got it at 7:37 Central Time, where she's just like, Twins have 13 multi-run comeback wins, tied for 9th in Major League Baseball. Now they're just 1 behind.
Foresaw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's top 10, like you said, in baseball in terms of multi-run comebacks. And got a chance here. 2 on, 2 out for Trevor Larnach, who has struck out on a changeup and rolled to second. And he hammers this one down the line, but out ahead of it, foul.
I don't know about you, but I just got a heart from Sarah, too.
We indeed are in the same group text.
Oh, you're in this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Save my number, please. It's only been 6 years.
Is he digging himself right there? He's using Shelton's iPad, too.
On skips, no less. Now they get 2 on Larnach.
You can only use it if you go deep.
I got it in trap, yeah.
Yep, you hit it hard.
Two on, 2 out. Waka trying to get out of this. 0-2.
Ball in.
Just missed in. Sets up the changeup away now.
That's what it's set up for right now. Not only away, but down and away.
And that's been the best strikeout pitch for Michael Wacha for years.
Ooh,
Soft one, and it caroms off the glove of Wacha, and the bases are loaded. Came back with all kinds of English on a jam job, and they're loaded.
Yeah, this one, and I think Larnach was also probably looking soft, and he jammed him with that sinker in. Like, you have to protect it. That's how strong Larnach is. It just hits off the heel of Wacha. If he lets it go, most likely inning's over.
Look at that spin coming back. They
Gave that an error?
Yeah, scored an error.
Ooh.
Luke Keyshaw now takes upstairs to start.
I'll tell you this. Scorekeeper here in Kansas City doesn't know how hard it is to be able to field the ball like that.
And now big opportunity for the Twins.
Ball this down.
And misses. So Wacha continues to fall behind. 2-0 on Keyshaw, who has a fly out to center and a pop to second. Getting a third look at Michael Wacha. Hit in the air to center at Kyle Isbell. He drifts back, and the inning's over. And Michael Wacha leaves the bases loaded.
Yeah, 29 pitches for Michael Wacha in this inning. Minnesota gets one back, but continues to threaten. Kansas City Royals will try to get it back, but this is El Palo. He knew it. Ball was hit hard. Kansas City up by 1.
Andy Brut.
The ultimate goal of an MLB fan, seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. Bottom of the 5th inning, halfway through. Royals up 2-1 on the Twins with 8-9-1 here at lovely Kauffman Stadium. Love coming here.
It's a beautiful place.
Been a tough season for the Royals. 48-67. 3rd worst record in the American League, only ahead of the A's and Angels.
Ball.
Sold a couple pieces. Chris Bubich, currently on the shelf, to the Dodgers, and then Lane Thomas, an outfielder, to the Braves, where he can platoon with Mike Yastrzemski. We're going to try to load up again for next year. Josh Rojas launches at Alan Roden, 1 away.
All right, so that wasn't a 4-seam fastball, but look at the 4-seam fastballs that we have gotten from Bailey Ober, and the velocity, 89 miles per hour right down the middle. Then the velo drops to 86, 4-seam, and it just stays right there. We're talking about pitches in the zone that the Kansas City Royal hitters are missing, and they're making just loud, not outs, but fly balls. Can of corns for the outfield. It's the extension that he has, a 7-foot, 1-inch extension that creates that illusion that the ball is a little bit quicker than what it is.
Ball.
Who do you think of when you think of your career facing guys with crazy extension before we were measuring it?
Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, you could smell his breath coming in.
Old Listerine Randy. Kyle Isbell on the ground at first, and Royce Lewis 2 down. We check in with Kevin.
Mike, the Red Sox were down 4-zip, came back to tie it at 5, but watch Braden Montgomery, and then Tim, watch Justin Slayton spike it.
Yeah, that's a bad throw down the line. You know, the Red Sox had defensive issues a couple of years ago. They've cleaned it up, but not on that play.
5 earned in 4 innings in Luis Castillo's White Sox debut, Mike.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. Carter Jensen, first pitch, swinging a right at Roden, backing up to end the inning. Another quick inning. That time just 7 pitches for Bailey Ober. We're through 5. Welcome back to ESPN Baseball, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. From Kansas City, we remind you, sign up for MLB TV for 50% off. That's $34.99. You get a 1-month free trial of ESPN Unlimited. It's valid through August 9th and only for the seasonal plan. Blackouts and terms do apply. 6th inning. Michael Wacha back to work, 89 pitches. He faces Cody Clemens, 0 for 2 with a couple of, you guessed it, fly ball outs. Michael Wacha, Seth Lugo, not traded by Kansas City at the deadline. We mentioned that they dealt Chris Bubich and Lane Thomas. Trying to stock up for next year. Clemens to center at Kyle Isbell. 1 away, and J.J. Piccolo, his thoughts after the deadline.
You know, you trade a Michael Wacha, you trade a Seth Lugo, you're really you're going to get prospects back, which is not a bad thing, but also depends on where your team's timeline is. We got a lot of work to do to try to rebuild the pitching staff. So getting prospects back that are 3 years away, 4 years away, wasn't that exciting to us. But it doesn't mean we weren't going to listen. If we were able to, get a bat, get another arm in return that are already in the major leagues, that's a different discussion.
So what do you make of the Royals and what the roadmap back into playoff contention is next year?
They trust the guys that are on the mound right now. These guys took deals to stay in Kansas City because they like it here. And I think J.J. Piccolo recognized that and said, look, I got veteran guys as starters that want to be here.
Josh Bell pops this one up. Not happy about it near the mound. Jack Caglione 2 down.
And because they want to be here and because they've been productive and they eat up innings and they know how to pitch, we have a chance. But this is the nucleus that we need now for the foreseeable future to be competitive.
Well, it looked like Michael Wacha wanted a chance to get through 6, but with Royce Lewis coming and hard contact both times from Lewis against Wacha, he departs just shy of what would have been another quality start.
Tostitos start.
Same old Michael Wacha, 5 2/3, just the home run, the solo shot to Royce Lewis. Very effective again, Eduardo.
Really effective, and it had to do all with the changeup. Michael Wacha has a good one, and everyone knows it. You can prepare for it, but the action that it has with the vertical drop as well can not only induce soft contact with swings and misses. We saw a variety of them, ground balls, swings and misses, and most importantly, pop-ups as well to get him through 5 2/3.
See that grip? He's told us before it's a claw grip that he uses. Calls it like a modified circle change. Gives way to Jose Quaz, who comes on with the sidearm slot for ball 1 to Royce Lewis.
Late arriving to the big leagues as well 3 years ago. 2.84 ERA for Quaz.
I remember having him in the Cape League as an infielder.
Yeah.
First outing in nearly a month for him. His 6th outing with the Royals, back with them this year. And back in the bigs for the first time since 2 years ago. So Mac Quatrero went away from Michael Wacha. Royce Lewis had that 106-mile-an-hour fly out to center, and then the home run he pumped 421 in his 2 looks at Wacha. See that? No, we've only had 1 strikeout in this game.
Oh, he quick pitched him too. This was 2-0 pitch. Tried to throw a 2-seamer at it. And as far as it went, it sounded even better. Sinker did not sink.
Really good take right there. 2-2. Two to Lewis with the hesitation piece from Jose Quaz.
I got you. Time out.
He's a lot of fun to watch on the mound. You said he went to a quick pitch on Royce Lewis and then tinkering with some timing on him on that 2-2. 3-2 is popped up foul.
It's a good piece of hitting right there. Sometimes it's not the pitch you're looking for, but when you have a 3-2 count, you have to open up the zone. On the 8th pitch of this at bat, Lewis continues the battle.
Three-two again. Popped foul again.
I'm telling you, they're crushing the budget. All these baseballs just becoming souvenirs.
Royce Lewis has fouled off 3 pitches in this plate appearance. Pitch number 9, roped foul.
I told you earlier, Royce Lewis crushes mistakes on the inside part of the plate. Lewis has stayed away with the fastball away and then has tried to front door him with the slider, with the sweeper.
How does he finish him off?
That's a great question, because right now he is locked in at the plate, just fouling off some tough pitches. Has to get him to chase with the sweeper.
Popped up back behind home plate. Went to the cutter there and elevated it. Roped into left field with Collins there to make the catch. 108 off the bat, and Royce Lewis enjoyed that 12-pitch odyssey against Jose Cuas, who tried everything.
Everything, and I'll tell you this right now, he enjoyed that at bat, and he said it before the game. I am going to enjoy this game. Did the double pump. Cuas did. Then right here, 108 off the bat. Where was it? Fastball on the inside part. Competition, baby. Royce Lewis enjoys it.
Third game back off the injured list after a brief stay there with some back tightness for Bobby Witt Jr. 3 hits in his first game back. Today, 2 more hits, a couple singles off Bailey Ober, who's only needed 15 pitches to get through his last 2 innings. And this is his 3rd time through the order.
Yeah, look, 2nd time through the order historically against Ober. Teams make an adjustment. Let's see how the Royals do now. 3rd time through the 3rd opportunity now that they get off Ober.
Bailey Ober does not have a strikeout in this game. Michael Wacha had 1 strikeout. Witt lines one left center field. Keyshaw on the move, back to the wall and off the wall. Bobby Witt Jr. is locked right in. It's a leadoff double to begin the bottom of the 6th.
You know, when hitters talk about, well, my timing is off, my timing is off. With Bailey Ober, this is a 4-seam, 86-mile-per-hour pitch that leaves the bat a lot harder than what it came in at 109. And against elite hitting like this through the middle of the order, it's going to be tough for Bailey Ober to get through these guys. Great speed at 2nd. Now with Bobby Witt Jr. there in scoring position, no outs.
For Jack Caglione, who drove in the Royals 2 runs with a pull-side single in the 3rd.
And it was off a changeup. He threw him back-to-back-to-back changeups. He goes right back to it. If he throws him a 4-seam fastball here, this could be the loudest contact we might get all night.
From a guy who makes a habit of loud contact. Jack Caglione, top 10 in baseball in average exit velos, right behind Jordan Walker and Junior Caminero, right ahead of his teammate Bobby Witt Jr. Caglione's been up to 116 off the bat this year. Hit hard on a hop. Clemens gobbles it. One away. 114 off the bat from Caglione.
That was hard. Told you the ball was going to get hit hard right there. It's just fortunate it was on the ground. Now the infield has to play in. Just imagine if the infield had to play in right there. Some quality leather would have had to have caught that one.
Yeah, that's coming at your hip at 114 if it's in. So here's Salvador Perez. Ground out to short, fly out to right. Ball inside to start.
That's to show him that he can go in. But if I am Salvi right now, I don't look in again in this at-bat. I look for something up and away.
You said Ober wants to work him away.
Yes. Wants him to chase. See, right there. So Salvi knows it. Now he just has to plan it. The numbers have been terrible for him on the amount of chases that he's had out of the zone. One way to combat it is you look way up in the zone, so that pitch looks so far, you're not going to chase it. Easier said than done.
On the ground, pass short into left field, base hit. Salvador Perez. The lead is back to 2 for the Royals.
Pitch was out of the zone, but it was middle, just down. Gave Salvi an opportunity to get it past the drawn-in infield. Hits it off the end of the bat, but he's so strong, he's still able to get it through Lee.
So 3-1 Kansas City here in the bottom of the 6th. And now Michael Massey. Ball.
Said Lee, it's Tristan Gray at shortstop. Yep. My mistake.
Couldn't get to that from Salvador Perez. Massey, a fly out to right and a fly out to center so far. Off the end of the bat at second, Clemens to Gray, back to first for 2. 4-6-3. But insurance added for Kansas City. Courtesy Salvador Perez. The lead back to 2 for the Royals.
All right, rapid fire questions here really quick, and one-word answers.
One-word answers.
Derek Shelton.
The man. Yeah, he's my favorite coach, manager I've had so far. The communication's great. Just what a wonderful guy, man.
Cody Clemens.
Utility. Utility. If there's one word, he plays all over and he does it well. You're never worried about the defensive side, and his offense has been so fantastic, and I'm very, very proud of him, man. He's a great guy.
Keishel,
a grinder. Man, that guy is going 120% every play. He plays wherever on the field for you. Just a baseball player.
Ober,
the giant. Man, I love the fearless beard out there, going and getting it, a bulldog mentality. Doesn't matter how he's feeling that day, he's going to go give us what best he has.
Your mom.
Speechless for me. She's done everything and anything possible to love and care for my sister and my dad and I and the rest of our family. And man, she's taking care of us. And just motherly is the best word.
That is beautiful. I do need to ask, what happened to one-word answers?
I don't know. Give me the one-word answer and then the explanation. But he is. I'll tell you this. I'm upset that he's been injured as much because we haven't really gotten to see the true superstar that he can be.
Yep.
But if he finds this home at first base and is able to do what he's expected and stays healthy, Minnesota Twins will be in a good spot for quite some time.
He's had hard contact galore tonight. Brooks Lee rolled out. Allen Roden on a hard hop at Michael Massey, and a couple quick outs for the new arm into the game for the Royals, Alex Lang.
Alex Lang out of LSU back in the day. Former Detroit Tiger. He's got a 6.25 ERA, but keeps the ball on the ground is what he does really well.
Royals have had upheaval in their bullpen this year. Victor Caratini, the batter. Lucas Urseg was the closer at the outset. Lang took over the closer role in June, but about a month into that, he had some tough ones against the White Sox and the Mets. And last time out for Lang, it was Saturday in Colorado, 6th and 7th innings of that one, so lower leverage. So bullpen for Kansas City with the second worst ERA, 5.35.
And it's kind of surprising as well because they've got some guys that have been able to do it at this level, and you thought that many teams were going to be calling for a lot of these arms because of their history.
2-0. 15.
It feels like the Royals have played in a lot of one-run games this year. We were talking about that pregame with Mac Quatrero. That, man, you flip some of them. They have 18 one-run losses this year, 16 and 18. It could be a different season.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that the front office has looked at, and that's why they wanted to keep a lot of these players. Not only for finishing it out this year so they can all get to spring training upset next year. And say, okay, we have to turn this around.
Yeah.
Seth Lugo there.
(3-1) and a walk again for Victor Caratini, his second in the last 3 innings, and a 2-out base runner here in the 7th.
There are some people for whom good enough is never good enough. They ruffle feathers, push boundaries. They are high performers, and high performers choose Sage, high performance finance software.
So another walk worked by the Twins, bottom of the order, and Tristan Gray cuts through the cutter to begin from Lang. Gray has popped to short and walked out of the 9th spot in the Minnesota lineup.
I got you. I got you. Got away. Line there. I think he went over. Oh yeah.
Oh, 1. Gray fouls that off, and it's 0-2. Aaron Bummer up in the bullpen. You got Trevor Larnach on deck. Cut and a miss. Good slider buried by Alex Lang. And he works around that 2-out walk. We hit the stretch in Kansas City with the Royals up 2 on the Twins.
Your side of life.
ESPN Baseball is presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Knock savings out of the park with Liberty Mutual. Bobby Witt Jr. back and doing Bobby Witt Jr. things this week. Single in the 1st, single hard hit in the 3rd, double that was a bullet at 109 off his bat to lead off the 6th, supply some insurance. Bailey Ober's out of this game. Cody Funderburk, the lefty, comes on here in the 7th to face Isaac Collins.
Collins now from the right side. Switch hitter to face Funderburk.
Collins a pop to 3rd and a ground out to 1st against Bailey Ober. Overall, it was pretty solid from Bailey Ober. Had the 2-out damage against him in the 3rd. The Jack Caglione 2-run single. Leadoff double to Bobby Witt came around to score on a ball that wasn't hit hard by Salvador Perez. Line down the line, foul.
And if you're going to face Funderburk and you're a right-handed hitter, you have to think right field. And one of the biggest reasons is he induces a lot of ground balls. And he induces it when you are a right-handed hitter trying to pull the ball. Good late sink action. Also one of baseball's best sliders.
It's year 4 for him with the Twins. Solid numbers with that 3.18 after last year had a 3.51. Fouled off of Collins. Cody Funderburk in spring training was competing for a spot as a lefty in the bullpen. He was really good last year after the sell-off at the deadline. He was probably their most consistent reliever. But then in the offseason, the Twins added Taylor Rogers, Andrew Chafin, and Anthony Banda. So he had to work to earn a spot.
And one of the weaknesses that he does have is sometimes he falls behind and he gives up the walks. Free passes has been his nemesis.
Hit in the air to right center. And Keyshaw runs it down. We check in with Kevin in the studio.
Hey, Mike, hitters will take them any way they can get them. This is Ronald Acuna. Watch Heriberto Hernandez and Esteury Ruiz converge, Tim, and it's gone.
I've maybe seen that 2 other times in my life. It's a tip-in with a collision between 2 outfielders, and it's a homer.
And it's a 2-0 lead, Mike.
I mean, that is wild.
That's pretty cool right there. And just watching the face of Ronald Acuna Jr. saying, okay, so what was it? Standing around first base.
Well, meantime, here in Kansas City, Royals up by 2, bottom of the 7th. Pinch hitter is Nick Lofton. And that's instead of the left-hand hitting John Rave. Funderburk's been gnarly against left-handed hitters this year, so Nick Lofton gets summoned. Swinging a hot bat the last 2.5 weeks. He's 14 for his last 45. Takes inside the start. It's a guy who has capitalized on his opportunity for more playing time this year. Had the injuries to Michael Garcia, who's still out. Jonathan India had shoulder surgery. Bobby Witt recently on the shelf. And Nick Lofton has said, this is my moment. This is my time to showcase what I have. 1-2.
He's going to find out when you do come in from the pinch hitting. You better be ready from pitch 1. Pitch 1 was a cutter down, and then the pitch 2 was right down the middle. Now he falls behind, fouling that one off. 1-2.
Last foul. Former first rounder out of Baylor. Best he swung it in his major league career.
Time up.
Hometown of Corpus Christi,
Yes,
Texas.
1-2, 15.
One-two from Funderburk.
Ball. I got you.
Oof.
Caratini's been perfect.
It should be a strikeout here.
This is called the ball. The catcher is challenging.
Caratini's been nails on the challenges tonight. And it is strike 3 with a beautiful backdoor breaking ball. And Caratini is 3 for 3.
How about that? Making an impact behind the plate. Understanding the zone. He's sometimes not even asked for help on some pitches that are just right on the corner. Slider just getting the back door.
Now Josh Rojas. Man, we were just saying between innings, Victor Caratini is just a rock solid player.
He is. He's, I think, one of the most underappreciated players out there. Switch hitter, can play behind, can catch, can play first. Just gets the job done in so many facets. It's a luxury to have a switch hitter.
He's played a lot this year, especially when Ryan Jeffers had the broken hamate bone from back in mid-May. And while Jeffers was on the IL, Caratini played in 34 games. What he did offensively in those 34 games, and 852 OPS. Trying to stabilize Funderburk. Bunt and a good one from Rojas. Funderburk not in time. Bunt single, Josh Rojas.
Tell you what, hats off on that one for Josh Rojas. 2-1 count. It's in your favor. The last thing you expect as an infielder or a pitcher is this right here. Squares around enough time, doesn't even move the feet forward, and is able to get it down. Sometimes you think foul ball, base hit, and as soon as you see that it's not, you better get down the line and have Funderburk try to make that play and wasn't able to.
16th bunt hit for the Royals this year. That is tied for 6th in all of baseball.
And the most important thing in all of this is he turns the lineup over. Next inning, it'll be Jensen at the plate.
Yeah,
if
the
they're able
minimum.
to get out of it.
Yeah. Kyle Isbell here. He's grounded out twice to first.
How do I get the top of the order back up at the plate? The bottom of the order. This is the first hit from 6, 7, 8, 9.
One.
2-1.
It was fly out, strikeout to start, bunt single, and now pitch number 20 of this 7th. Forthcoming.
I would actually give him the red light at first, see right there.
Andrew Morris up in the pen. In the air to left. Trevor Larnach puts it away to end the inning. Cody Funderburk gets through the 7th. Twins coming up, down by 2. Welcome back to ESPN Baseball, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Bobby Witt Jr. has starred today. Cody Clemens on the diamond for the Twins. Famous fathers and their sons.
Famous fathers that pitched with their sons being middle infielders. I think it's pretty darn cool. I think it's pretty darn cool, right? And if you look at it, they got their training facing big league pitching since they were toddlers.
It's been so cool seeing the moments that Cody Clemens has had with his father in attendance the last couple years, notably last year at Fenway Park. Well, Aaron Bummer comes on for the 8th inning, and Austin Martin is the pinch hitter in the spot of Trevor Larnach. There's a strike with a breaking ball from the 10-year veteran lefty Aaron Bummer. See the numbers for the former 5th overall pick Austin Martin. 1 for his last 13. He lines that foul. It's 1-2 from Bummer. For Aaron Bummer, his 2nd appearance with the Royals. Began the year with the Braves. Really struggled there. Longtime White Sox reliever. Signed 2+ weeks ago with Kansas City. Made his debut Sunday in Colorado for an inning. So Minnesota trying to go to work against the KC bullpen. 6 outs left to play with offensively. On a hop it short, Bobby Witt had to handle that bounce and retire Martin.
Thank you.
Hey, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies. We've got the season covered. Scan that QR code bottom left or visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your favorite team gear.
Yeah, that ball had some English in it.
How about that? So,
and you could tell just with the footwork of Bobby Witt Jr., I think that's what makes him special. everyone talks about the hands of the infielders, but it's about the footwork itself and being light on your feet right here. Watch how he has to read it, and then that little quick jab step to his right and making that strong throw over to Kaggs. Take a step back, wait a second, take it to the right.
And measured it and made the play. Luke Keyshaw lines one into right field. That's a base hit. A one-out single. Keyshaw on for the first time tonight. Let's check in with Kevin.
Mike, the White Sox clinging to a 7-6 lead, 2 on in the 7th. Grant Taylor gets Caleb Durbin.
And you just expect the Red Sox to get a big hit, and when they don't, you go, what happened? That's how hot they are.
It stays 7-6, Mike.
How about Tim? I mean, he's reading my mind, because I was doing the same. What happened? Every time I see Caleb Durbin, he's hitting a home run or something in the gap.
That guy's been awesome, and he's really exemplified the Red Sox turnaround. Well, so here you go. Keyshaw gets on. Cody Clemens due up. You got Nate Pearson, hard thrower, getting loose in the Kansas City bullpen. And look who it is. Ryan Jeffers ready to go. You get the left-hand hitting Clemens spot, and Jeffers, who's enjoyed the highest OPS of his career and has popped 10 home runs when he's been healthy.
And he forces you into the zone is what Jeffers does. He has really good controllable at-bats because he does not chase much out of the zone. Excellent pitch recognition, making the guy on the mound, this time Aaron Bummer, work.
Ryan Jeffers, who is having an all-star caliber season until the broken hamate bone. Takes strike one to start. Talking with Derek Shelton pregame, he said Jeffers against lefties, the numbers are impressive. Foul back, 0-2 from Bummer.
They left the curveball right down in the wheelhouse. Jeffers would love to get that pitch back. Talk about a pitch that's coming right into your wheelhouse right here, just hanging. Pitch was designed to be down.
Popped up foul.
Another mistake.
Good success as a pinch hitter in his career, but in a 2-strike bind. Another 0-2. Takes high.
Those are some serious numbers as a pinch hitter. 3 home runs with over 1,200 OPS.
Coming in cold. This one popped foul, and it remains 1-2.
Minnesota right-hander Pablo Lopez is in the radio booth for the Minnesota Twins. He was ready to catch that foul ball, just a little bit high for him.
Make a play. Big pitch here from Bummer to Jeffers. 1-2. And Jeffers takes above the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I love how he goes with the fastball up to see then if he can set up for this upcoming pitch. He can go curveball, but he has to be able to bury it down. Back leg has to go with that.
And tried to, and now it's full.
What an at-bat.
3-2.
He's flipped it from 0-2 to 3-2. Payoff pitch. Lashed foul, look out toward the Royals dugout.
It's 90-mile-per-hour sinker. He's thinking, if he hangs it, I'm going to be on time. And now he just proved to himself, okay, I can catch up to him, foul a pitch like that down the middle. If he goes back to the fastball, it has to be an elevated fastball. It can't be down.
3-2. Up and away, ball 4. Ryan Jeffers works a heck of a plate appearance, and the tying run is aboard for the Twins here in the 8th inning.
And 1 out as Josh Bell comes to the plate, this time for the first time hitting from the right side. Good power, but also a very good double play candidate. So Bummer has to try to keep the ball down.
Bell, a walk, a ground out, and a pop to first earlier tonight. Now he flips to the right side, as you said. Up and in, ball 1 to start. And we'll get a challenge here from Jensen. Did it grab the top of the zone?
Field is the ball. The catcher is challenging.
Boy, it's close. It might have clipped the top. And it just barely did.
The count's 0-1. Kansas City has 1 challenge remaining.
That's huge.
How big is that? I mean, if you're wrong, you're out of challenges.
And the count goes 1-0. Now you can go with that 2-seamer if you want away.
Ball.
Instead went with a sweeper. Curveball.
One. Bill pops it foul behind the plate, and it's 1-2.
One, two.
Keyshaw singled. Jeffers worked the 9-pitch walk. 1-2 to Bell. On the ground, base hit right field. Keyshaw gets the windmill. Booted in right momentarily by Lofton, and it's a 1-run ball game.
That's a veteran piece of hitting right there. 1-2 count. Tried to go backdoor sweeper. It stayed out over the plate, and Josh Bell hits it where they're not. The other way. Hard on the ground. Massey playing more up the middle. You drive in 1, you move the other to third, tying run. 90 feet away.
Nate Pearson coming on to face the dangerous and red-hot Royce Lewis.
Marco's only uses premium toppings.
Massive spot in the 8th inning in what is now a 1-run ball game. The playoff pursuing Twins now face Nate Pearson, former top 10 prospect, makes his 5th appearance with the Royals. Got DFA'd by the Astros a few weeks ago. And Royce Lewis bats and gets sawed off foul to begin. Eddie, Royce Lewis has been locked in with hard contact all night.
He really has, and there's a lot of confidence right now in the last few weeks, the way he's been able to swing the bat. As he said, I've done it my way, and he feels very comfortable at the plate.
Chopper foul, 0-2 on Lewis.
Talk about another guy that can get out there with the extension, Pearson. This one has a lot more velocity. 98 miles per hour consistently there.
We've been talking about the Royals bullpen. That's another way to look at it. The inherited runners who score. 3rd worst mark of any pitching staff, allowing 40% of the inherited runners to score. Pearson gets him at the corners here in the 8th. One-two to Lewis. Comes inside and it hits Royce Lewis, who says let's go to the dugout, and the Twins have the bases loaded.
That hurt. He could say let's go, but that hurt. He's not going to rub it. But this is velo right here from Pearson, who's been known to be wild in the past, and that one got him. Watch the facial reaction. And That went right into your living room, didn't it?
Sure did. So Lewis gets on. We also get a pinch runner at second. That's Alex Jackson. Comes in to run for Josh Bell, representing the go-ahead run for the Twins. Loaded up for Brooks Lee. Down to start at 98. Brooks Lee had hard contact his first time. He lined out sharply at first, 103 off his bat, but into a double play. Since then, a fly out to left and a ground ball to first. 2-0.
This is the problem with Pearson, and it's a great arm, but it's been the control throughout his career, right? Once he's able to establish that, the bigger you are, the harder it is as young.
2-0. Nubbed foul by Lee on a center cut fastball. With the opportunity there for the taking for the Twins right now. Right up into the kitchen at home plate of Charlie Ramos. To 1 on the ground, right side, right field. Jeffers scores. Jackson to the plate. Save! And the Twins have the lead.
How about Derek Shelton pushing all the right buttons? Put Jackson in the pinch run at second base. That proves right now to be not only the go-ahead run, but the winning run for the Minnesota Twins if they're able to hold. Base hit in the 4-3 spot. Caglione not able to get to it. Strong throw. Unable to get Jackson, who dives to the outside part of the plate.
Now Alan Roden. What a moment for Brooks Lee and the Twins.
Huge one.
4-3 Minnesota.
Ball.
2-0 on Roden. I mean, you're facing one of the 2 worst bullpens by ERA in baseball. Traffic here, and they cash in.
Ball.
3-0. Pearson lands a strike, bottom of the zone. At the start of the game tonight for the Twins, they were 1 game back in the wild card. 3-1. The runners on the move, and they move up safely. It was called a ball anyway. Yeah, now they realize, and so they're loaded again for the Twins.
Yeah, Twins trying to take advantage of everything, putting the pressure, putting the runners in action. But you look at Lofton's base hit, the base hit to right. Look how far Lofton is as well in right field. He hits it off the end of the bat. And you get the base running. As deep as he is, give a lot of credit as well to third base coach Ramon Borrego, who is able to drive, just tell him, let's go. Outside part, sliding to the plate. Beautifully done right there by the Minnesota Twins.
And they know the magnitude of these games. And they've dropped the first 2 in this series, trying to salvage the finale, trying to halt a 4-game losing streak.
I go back to the Lanes text of saying, hey, look, they've come back from multiple runs down 13 times this year, 26 total times they've done it, but with multiple runs, they're resilient.
And now Victor Caratini. Ball 1. Hasn't been a whole lot of strike throwing from this Royals bullpen. 2 walks from Caratini tonight. Tipped foul. Lewis, Lee, and Roden on for Victor Caratini.
But go back to how many pitches they had Michael Wacha throw, and let's get to the bullpen. Michael Wacha goes 5 2/3. They get to the bullpen, and now it's when they start playing their game. This is one of the reasons why the Minnesota Twins have had opportunities to come back so many times. It's because those long at-bats, long pitches, grinding out those tough starters.
And now you've done the same. You forced Wacha out, didn't get through 6, and that doesn't happen very often with Michael Wacha. And now a couple walks in this inning, a hit batter from Pearson, more of the same from the Twins, plus the big hits. That is strike 3 called. Pearson locks up Caratini. 2 down.
And he locked him out on a changeup. You go 97, 96, 97 sinkers, and then you throw him this. Sometimes you have to tip your cap off, and this is exactly what Victor Caratini had to do on that nasty backwards looking K.
So 2 down, still loaded up for Tristan Gray. In the air, center field. Kyle Isbell with room, inning over. But the big swings arrive for the Twins in the 8th inning. Josh Bell cut it to a 1-run deficit, and then Brooks Lee delivers. The Twins have the lead.
Andy Ortiz.
The Little League Softball World Series continues tomorrow here on ESPN 3 Eastern. It's Washington and Florida. Then at 6, it's New Jersey and Puerto Rico. Both winners move into the semifinals. Their eye is on the championship Sunday on ABC.
There we go.
Team Puerto Rico.
Let's go, Boricuas.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. A lead now for the Twins. And the top of the order with Carter Jensen to greet the new arm for Minnesota, and Andrew Morris. Big-armed rookie, 24-year-old. See the 3.25 ERA. Morris made his major league debut in mid-April. This is his first outing since Saturday in Seattle. He's been rolling recently for 2 months. Tip foul, and it's 1-2 on Jensen with 99.
It's with good carry as well. The high fastball is the one that he gets chases on, but he lives in the zone.
Yes,
anything
sir.
in the
1-2,
upper third.
He's been up to 100.6 to be exact this year. Derek Shelton has talked about what you're saying, that there are unique characteristics to his fastball.
There are, and it's, if you look at how high his release point is, it's not a 3/4 arm slot. So it's really tough to pick up and lay off that pitch in the upper third and be able to catch up to it. Doesn't get a lot of swings out of the zone with the break and stuff, so it's all about the fastball, how effective it can be.
3-2. Jensen strikes out. 98 up the ladder, 1 away.
Telling you, he lives up there where the Jeffersons do. Up in the penthouse. That missed by a lot. The carry, it seems like it just never comes down. Your eyes are trained to do one thing, yet the ball isn't respecting that training.
Boy, leadoff walk would have been dicey with this guy up next. Bobby Witt Jr., who's 3 for 3 with a double that he cooked at 109 his last time.
Ivan didn't like my Jefferson's reference.
You got laughter from me. I don't know about our ace statistician, Ivan Sokolsky. That's up top, 2-0 from Morris to Witt.
This is going to be fun right here. This is power against power.
Morris is 2-0. Witt pops it up, foul. He got a fastball, crept a little in.
It's just different life. Ball's running in on you.
To 1. That's a strike. Pinned to the outside edge.
2-2. Yes, sir. Time
Derek
out.
Shelton has raved about the moxie of Andrew Morris too. He said it's a lack of heartbeat. Says I mean that in a beautiful way with this kid. Doesn't get too high or too low. The rookie against Bobby Witt. 2-2. And a full count on Witt.
I'm selling out for the fastball here. He throws you anything else and you swing and miss by a lot, so be it. But catch it out front, something up in the zone.
3-2. Witt on the ground, left side. Brooks Lee puts it away. 2 down, and it was something other than the fastball.
It was a cutter, and it hits it off the end of the bat, and I think Bobby Witt was thinking the same exact thing. You got to look for the fastball. You see the scouting report, you know exactly what the strength is, and yet he cuts it at 92, and the ability that Witt has to put bat to ball.
So 2 down, bases empty, and another guy who has had loud contact tonight. Jack Caglione, little dribbler left side. At Brooks Lee, high throw. Down to the bag in time, Caratini, and the inning's over. Andrew Morris comes out of the bullpen for the top of the Royals order and sets him down 1-2-3. Salvi, what are you squatting?
475. The most was like 525, maybe 10 years ago. Chupi chupi.
Down the
chupi,
line
chupi.
and left.
Chupi
Chupi chupi. I don't know how to say that in English.
Translate,
chupi
boys.
chupi. Boy.
Ah, that was so good.
It was great.
Our thanks to Salvador Perez for wearing the microphone during that second at bat of his in the third and in the lead up to it.
Need to make some T-shirts, just choopy choopy.
Which is like bloop, like chunker, right?
Get in there, get in there.
Yeah. Well, 1-run game to the 9th inning. Easton McGee comes on for the top of the order. Austin Martin on the ground, and Bobby Witt trouble on the backhand. And Martin is on. We check in with Kevin in the studio.
Still up 7-6, but Boston threatening in the 8th. First and second, 2 out. Jaron Duran trying to take third. Ruled safe on the field, but he was a dead duck. Called out on review. Chicago 3 outs from extending their lead to 4 games atop the Central. Mike, 7-6 White Sox.
Kevin, Tim, it feels like every time we talk to you guys about that game, it seems like that game has been drunk.
You're right. I mean, and we've seen so many positives for the Boston Red Sox that just to see 2 negatives. First it was Durbin last highlight, and now this right here. I'm not used to that.
Luke Keyshaw with a 1-ball, 1-strike count against Easton McGee.
You know what else we're not accustomed to is this right here. It's going to the backhand. It's a play he usually makes 9 out of 10 times, and they give that a hit. I had that as a play as an error. He makes that play cleanly. It's Martin's out at first.
I agree. He would have been, I think. So now it's up to Easton McGee to keep this game right where it is. That was called the ball. So 2-1 to Luke Keyshaw with a runner on the move, fouled away.
Austin Martin never looked in on that. That was a straight steal. He went head first into second. Usually as a runner, you hear the contact.
Does a look in tell you it was hit and run, or sometimes guys just look in anyway?
Guys look in either way, especially just to see what happens, because if there's contact, you want to know where the ball goes.
2-2. Ball. Full count on Luke Keyshaw.
3-2.
See if he goes here. 3-2. No outs. I would imagine so.
Easton McGee thinking the same as you. For McGee, this is his third appearance with the Royals. Came over from the Brewers a little over 3 weeks ago. Only his 16th career appearance, parts of 4 years. Long hold, 3-2, runner going. The pitch is ball 4, down.
Well, we know something for sure. Austin Martin never looks in on that one. But it's just what Minnesota has done, and they do this all season long. They wear pitchers out. That one was the 16th plate appearance of 5+ pitches.
And for reference, most teams average in the high 3s pitches per plate appearance.
In the high 3s, but it's, and I know that this is a travel day also for Minnesota, but I will say this: in a new series coming up, they wear pitchers down to win series as well, and they have to get all the edges. They have to be as perfect as they can to be able to compete.
0-1 to Ryan Jeffers, and he skies this one to right center. Nick Lofton is in for the first out. Yeah, you talk about what's coming next for the Twins. Got to square off with the team that's got the best record in baseball, in the Milwaukee Brewers. Alex Jackson bats for the first time. Remember, he ran for Josh Bell, represented the go-ahead run. Now it's Jackson right on right.
Ooh. That one had some heavy sink. Sometimes you're happy you don't make contact. That's one of them.
It's a worm burner otherwise. So you got Martin at second. Keyshaw aboard at first for Jackson. Nothing in 2. It's about 65 at bats this year for Alex Jackson. He's swung it well. Former 6th overall pick. Snuck him through waivers at the start of the season, and that proved important for this Twins team. Even though they had signed Victor Caratini, Jackson in the mix, he had all that time with Jeffers out injured. So it was Caratini and Jackson. Oh, 2 up high.
1-2.
Tell you this, McGee's doing a nice job of changing his times, his looks at second base, as Martin keeps moving his feet there. They don't want him to get an extra 90.
That is strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate, and Jackson will challenge.
strike, the batter is challenging.
It looked to be definitively a strike.
Yeah, this one's not going to turn out the way he wanted to.
It's confirmed the batter's out. Minnesota has one challenge remaining.
There goes a perfect screen for the Minnesota Twins. Behind the plate, it was Caratini who had made some good ones. He's at first now, and the offensive side doesn't go Jackson's way. But I like the challenge, though, in the 9th inning.
Now Royce Lewis looking to add insurance. First pitch swinging and gobbled up by Rojas, who got the force at second to end the inning. Might want another look at this.
Usually teams have the runner run through the bag, especially with runners at first and second. That way the lead runner can continue to score. You take the force out. Instead, he slides, and that slows you down. Kansas City with an opportunity to tie this game in the bottom half.
Years in the big leagues for Salvador Perez, 9-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove winner, 5-time Silver Slugger, and a World Series MVP. Home run king in Royals history, honored 2 days ago here at what he says is like his second home, Kauffman Stadium. He's got 319 now, among the greats in catchers in history. And he leads off here in the bottom of the 9th with the Royals down a run against Yoendrys Gomez. Salvador Perez, an RBI single his last time. And now against Gomez, who's got 14 saves this year. Gomez has done a good job as the closer since coming over from the Rays in early May, who DFA'd him.
Yeah, he lives away. You see the numbers on the left. Stays away and tries to induce weak contact. Excellent against right-handed hitters. Keeps that low pitch, the breaking ball.
2-1. Check swing. No swing. 3-1 on Perez.
You know what Salvi's looking for right here, right? Maybe 319.
He predicted one for himself earlier. 3-1. Up and in, and Perez walks to get aboard. Tying run on for the Royals in the bottom of the 9th inning. So you get the pinch runner for Perez, Tyler Tolbert, with Michael Massey coming up.
Oh, leadoff walks will always crush you.
Hey, SportsCenter is coming up next with Michael Eaves. Our guy Tim Kirkjian stops by to talk about the surging Red Sox in a battle right now at Fenway against the White Sox. And we've got the latest on former Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Damian Woody breaks down Carson Beck's Cardinals debut. All coming up on SportsCenter right after this game. So it's Michael Massey, 0 for 3 so far tonight. Homered yesterday to put the Royals in the lead late against Yoendrys Gomez. You said something interesting to Matt Quatrero pregame, that Michael Massey has really good numbers against relievers.
And it's to me, that's the impressive part. He bears down, and he said, well, relievers usually just have 2 pitches. Starters have multiples. He can bear down on one of the 2.
Fouled back. And with Gomez, that's been part of Gomez's success, is that he has pared down the pitches he's throwing. Gomez this year, since coming over to the Twins, has really zoomed in on throwing his four-seamer and his sweeper.
I will say this, scouting report says one of the weaknesses is the long ball.
Runner going, Massey fouls it back. Tolbert got a pretty good jump.
Yeah, but with 2 strikes, Massey's not worried about the jumps. Outfield plays no doubles in this situation. In this ballpark, with the speed at first base, you can go either way. Caratini has to hug the line, not get away from it.
Oh, they got him leaning. Gomez picks off Tolbert. One away.
That's huge. Oh, they got him. They're not going to challenge it. And that's a big one. Come into pinch run. One of the big no-nos. That's a huge lead, and he's leaning the other way. Great footwork by Gomez, and a good job of Caratini allowing the ball to travel, and he gets him right there in the shoulder. One of the big mistakes also, he didn't go to the back of the bag. That right hand went straight to the middle of the bag instead of the back part.
2.
Got him.
Boy, how big is that? And now at 2-2, fouled away. Are you okay with the level of aggressiveness from the Royals and Tyler Tolbert?
If he had the green light and we saw that he was trying to steal on the 1-2, then
yeah, on the 1-1.
On the 1-1, but this is where you have to make sure you go home. You cannot get picked off there.
2-2. Outside, so full count on Massey. Gomez had come in and walked Salvador Perez. Yeah, Tolbert tried to run on the 1-1 and then picked off with 2 strikes on him. Payoff pitch. Pop foul again by Massey.
I think Gomez was happy with that pickoff right there. How about this one?
4 letters of frustration. 8th pitch. Massey strikes out, and there's 2 gone.
Take the call. Second, yeah.
Up and away, 97. 4-seamer, mano a mano. Gets the swing and miss.
Yoendrys Gomez 1 out away from an enormous come-from-behind win for the Twins. He faces Isaac Collins, 0 for 3, a pop to third, a ground out to first, and a fly out to center.
Ball.
About Bailey Ober, the job he did, didn't strike out 1 Royal, and then each reliever at least 1 per inning. Tale of 2 tapes, but still positive outcome so far.
Popped up behind the plate, and that'll reach the seats. I mean, think about this. The Twins this year, before last week's series against the Royals, when they trailed by multiple runs in the 8th inning or later, they won a game all year. They were 0 and 45, trailing by at least 2 in the 8th or later. And now trying to grab another such win.
Ball. Yeah, I got it.
They're going to get a challenge here. I think
Call on
it
the
clipped
field
the
is
zone.
ball. The catcher is challenging.
I love the challenge.
From Ryan Jeffers, successful.
Pitch is a strike. The count's 2-2.
And now the Twins are 1 strike away. Look at that.
How good have the Minnesota Twins catchers been behind the plate? 4 for 4.
Yoendris Gomez ready. With a 2-2.
Yes.
Strike 3 called.
Call on the field as a strike. The batter is challenged.
Isaac Collins, an act of desperation that he will not win. The Twins come from behind and get a massive win for their playoff pursuit.
Never say die. The Minnesota Twins fall behind 2-0 in the third inning, and they just pecked away one in the fifth on a home run by Royce Lewis, and then in the 8th inning they put 3 up, and now they're just half a game out from a wild card position.
Brooks Lee with the side eye after his big swing, and they are a half game out of the playoffs. 2 weeks in a row they come from behind. Last week against the Royals, it was Cody Clemens when they were down to their last strike. Today they get the job done in the 8th. For Eduardo Perez and our entire excellent crew behind the scenes, led by Andy Jacobson and Billy Proctor,